Hello Redditors of the Internet, Noble Xenon here, and welcome back to another Reddit video, and today we will be looking at r/JustNeckbeardThings, Part 6. Let's get started. This first one's on Reddit, and is titled, Read Between the Lines. Gents, yesterday a buddy of mine met up with some of his friends who are giga simps. He is fairly base, but probably one blowy away from falling back. Anyway, so these guys bring along a girl they want him to get together with or whatever. He said everything was fine until she said, I don't like living in small villages. The fact that everyone knows each other and knows what everyone does is kinda creepy. After that, he immediately shut her down and left. Good boy woke up. Everyone knows, of course, that those who live the neckbeard life are the wokest. Moving on. This next one is words from a 38-year-old neckbeard coworker. Well, the Walmart girl, I'll get her drunk. That way I won't feel bad. It's not like she's a kid. I ain't ever went slower than 120 on my motorcycle. She wants a picture back? Yeah, don't look. I'm gonna take a picture of my balls. I was squinting in the picture so it looks like the sun is in my eyes. That way she'll feel bad and I can get sympathy points. My wife just doesn't want to know I'm cheating on her. She said as long as she doesn't know, she said I can have 2 women a year. If I knock her up again, I'm gonna get her a test to see if it's mine, so he can sleep around, but she can't. She don't need no more dong. Alright, let's compare neckbeards to treebeards. Has lived for eons and is very wise? Treebeard check. Neckbeard no. Can crush orcs with a single swinger step? Treebeard yes, neckbeard no. Has an actually good beard? Treebeard yes, neckbeard no. Will storm Isengard with you while leading an army events? Treebeard yes, and neckbeard a big fat no. Has a cool title like Shepherd of Trees? Treebeard yes, and neckbeard absolutely not. And cares about the forest like no one else? Treebeards yes, and neckbeards only care about those chicken tendies and m'lady. Moving on. This next one is from the Incels forum, and you guys recognize him. It's that 16-year-old trans-ager pedophile. They have all committed a crime. Apparently in prison, the more violent and screwed up you are, the higher your status will be. But when a guy sleeps with a 13-year-old girl, he's picked on and beaten by the other inmates. That makes no sense at all. A pedophile isn't worse than a guy who robbed a bank or killed someone during a hit and run. I hate this type of discrimination against cultured men. Cultured men? What? The incel logic is just unreal. Moving on. This next one is titled, Had to stop reading a book because of a horribly written female narrator and gratuitous hetero male fantasy scenes. This is what I discovered when I looked up the author to see if others had similar complaints. And as you can see, the author is a classic neckbeard. Don't believe me? Take a look at his advice on writing female characters. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to win an award for writing a book, make sure to follow the exact opposite of this advice. A reader from a few years ago offers some writing advice, which I decline. I thought the exchange was worth repeating. A good practice might be to examine your female character as if she were a male character. This is precisely what I shall never do. The idea of you forgive me is absurd. Allow me to suggest an opposite tack. If you can examine your female character as if she is a male character and detect no difference in the presentation, you are not portraying the character correctly. Men and women are radically and fundamentally different, but even if they were not, society should acculturate them to be as different as possible in dress, deportment, and even language, so as to increase the differences, hence increase the drama and romance of life. Unisexuality is misery. When I examine the women I know in real life as opposed to the picture of womankind the feminists wish to impart, I do not find any hungering to enter the rat race and be a good provider for her husband and children in daycare, to crush their enemies, see them driven before them, and hear the lamentation of their women, which I see the real men I really know. What? Dude, you're acting like if men are barbarians or something. I have met many bitter career women and very few bitter career men. I've met many women who at the moment came to leave the workforce and raise babies were delighted beyond words at the chance. There was one young lady I once worked with every day who, when she announced she was retiring from Cube Hell to see domestic life, someone joked, "So you're gonna end up in the kitchen barefoot and pregnant?" She smiled not just joyfully but radiantly and said, "Oh God, I hope so. Yes, I can't wait." Perhaps she was kidding, but it did not look like kidding to me, or it sounds like you can't pick up on sarcasm. Now, I admit it is not a scientific sampling, and perhaps more women buy Forbes than buy Modern Bride magazine. Perhaps as many girls read execution novels starring mob smasher Mac Bolan as read Harlequin romances with flowing-haired Fabio on the cover. All I can say is I have not met such women. nor have I seen a single romance cover where the man is swooning over the woman's brawny yet cruelly handsome arm, or kneeling and clutching her brawny yet cruelly handsome leg. Make of that what you will. Why the important work of raising the next generation is regarded as demeaning and low, whereas the unimportant work of trenching a ditch or driving a truck or shuffling papers or pushing electrons through a computer is regarded both as dignified and requiring intelligence is a mystery. No one has been able to explain this paradox to me. The closest thing to an explanation I ever got was blithering cultural Marxist nonsense about power, empowerment, powering up power, and power-lusting, power-seeking. The poor fools did not realize that the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. In any case, I shall never write any story supporting the false Marxistoid narrative. Marxistoid? What the hell does that even mean? I think telling women that careers will make them happy is a lie, and that nurturing new life is unrewarding is a lie. I think telling women that they should feel the same vainglorious glee at smashing open the skull of an enemy with a hammer as a man feels is a lie. Telling women equality means entering the workforce is a lie. Telling them to mistrust men and not rely on them for support is tantamount to telling them not to get fully married but only partly married. To hold back her free and equal inner self, sterile and remote from her bridegroom, and this is not merely mad advice, but a surefire formula for misery and divorce. I do think that domestic life is not for every woman. Taking the vows and donning the habit is an honorable option. I mean, he does have some valid points, but the way he goes about it is very neckbeardy. He is also destroying his few valid points by saying that women are only happy when they're taking care of children. How about you just let people do whatever they want? If they want to take care of children, that's great, and if they want to work, that's great too. This next one is from Tumblr. Breaking news, white cis boy drinks a can of Monster Energy drink more at 11. Breaking news, Tumblr feminists continue to make jokes about cis white guys, which in return make them look exactly like the idea of man-hating feminists that I thought we were trying to break away from. Breaking news, I'm a cis white boy and I was talking about myself. Sit down, child. This next one's got the Neckbeard outfit and all. I only spoke high-end vapes from the future as I'm walking down the street with my fancy e-cig glowing. I feel like a time-traveling assassin. Standing on the street corner in the rain with slow streams of beautiful vapor trail coming from my mouth. I've finally transcended awesomeness. You even vape, bro? Nah, don't even bother answering. I can already see you're not on my level. Just go back to smoking your stupid cigarette like the sheep you are, frickin' casual. These neckbeards are now gatekeeping smoking. This is ridiculous. This next one is an unpopular opinion, and you'll clearly see why this is unpopular in just one sentence. Unpopular opinion. The legal adult age for men should be raised to 21. Men should be the only people with the right to vote. Also, men should not be allowed to vote unless they are net taxpayers. Also, if men apply for public assistance, they must give up their voting rights. From 18 to 19 and a half, men should be required to enter the military for a period of 18 months. This will teach young men how to be men. After their service, they would have the option to enter college paid for by the GI Bill, trade school, or remain in the military as a career. The legal driving age should be raised to 19 and a half for men and 21 for women. Women would have the same rights as teenagers do in today's society. They can get a driver's license, work, attend school, etc., assuming they have the permission of their legal guardian, which would be in most cases be their father, grandfather, or brother. In order for women to be considered adults, they must apply for emancipation and prove self-sufficiency and the ability to take care of themselves. They must be 26 to apply. Also, to be emancipated from the care of their father and guardian, they must sign a waiver declining welfare benefits for life. Upon marriage, guardianship would transfer to the husband. Women would be allowed to do anything else a man can do, but all contracts, loans, and obligations would have to be co-signed off on by their legal guardian. This would raise the birth rate and fix this millennial dumpster fire we have going on. The only dumpster fire I'm seeing is in your head. I mean, dude, what the hell? Time for another unpopular opinion. A man doesn't really need a woman. These days, a man doesn't really need a woman. With the selection of high-end pleasure dolls, a man can be happy and content with a high-end pleasure doll. I know because I have one, and the pleasure with her is amazing. I don't have to put up with any of the bullcrap that goes with a real woman, and a lot of times a real woman is going to leave you for greener grass. My synthetic woman, that is a pleasure doll, will never leave me for greener grass. She will never give me STDs. She will never get pregnant on me, and child support taking a big chunk out of my paycheck. She doesn't be a nuisance and dirty and trash my place up. She doesn't use any of my resources up and eat up all the food in my place, and she just doesn't give me any bullcrap. The high-end pleasure doll trend is growing. Yes, it is growing significantly among neckbeards, but it ain't growing among normal men, that's for sure. This next one is posted on r/no-stupid-questions, but as you can see, stupid questions do in fact exist. How do I win my crush over from her fiance? My crush of 7 years years is getting married this summer and I want to stop it and win her over. I've asked her out many times and was rejected each time, but I am convinced we are perfect for each other, but she just doesn't see it yet. Her fiancé is a D-bag and she should not be with him. I am much nicer to her and want to marry her. Please help. The only help I can give you is to grow up and get over it. For further help, please consult a professional. This next one is from Lolita Complex. What the hell? It's a review of McDonald's. Didn't have to talk to anyone and my food arrived pretty expediently. Good place for a quick bite. Great place to get all of your chicken tendies, cause you know this guy's ordering 100 pieces of McNuggets at a time. Picture this. It's 10 years from now, you're married, nice home, good job, it's Christmas, your kids are asleep, you and your spouse are on the couch having a drink and watching TV. It's snowing outside and tomorrow's Saturday, all the hard work was worth it. You've made it. A pretty wholesome picture. Unfortunately, the incels are here to ruin the day. Picture this, it's 11 years from now, you're divorced, nice home has gone to your ex-wife, good job is lost because she falsely accused you of domestic violence. It's Christmas, your kids are asleep, but Chad will be there even they wake up. He and your ex-spouse are on the couch you paid for having a drink and watching TV. It's snowing outside and tomorrow's Saturday. Crap, you still have to work for alimony and child support. All the hard work was worth it? Don't do it. Dude, this is a wholesome post and you are gonna ruin it with your damn incel logic. Wait a minute, guys, do you see that? It's time to expose a guy because he literally posted it himself. Look at that edit button. Look at that green text. This dude literally made a Neckbeard post, then posted an r/JustNeckbeardThings, thinking that we wouldn't know. Ladies and gentlemen, we have exposed a Neckbeard. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like. If you have something interesting to say, don't forget to comment. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification bell. See you guys next time.